Hi everyone, it's Miss Allie here with an update on our winter squash seeds. A few weeks ago in my winter squash investigation video, I put some winter squash seeds from pumpkins, delicata squash, and honeynut squash in a plastic bag with a wet paper towel and hung it on my window here to see if they would grow. And if you haven't seen that video yet, you should go check it out on the Norwalk Food Corps YouTube channel. It's really fun. So we have an update today on the seeds. You can see that this one has sprouted out of the paper towel, and I want to open this up and see what's going on with the rest of the seeds. Let's check it out. So you can see some of the seeds through the paper towel there. It's still damp inside, and there's at least one sprout. And there might be other ones underneath the paper towel. So let's open it up and find out what they look like. Just sliding the paper towel out of the bag. I love this little sprout. So I'm opening it up, and it looks like there might be another sprout in between this fold. So I'm trying to, get it out. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, so out of the few seeds that I put in here, 2 of them sprouted. So you can see this one has really big sprout, and you can see the little roots that started to grow, and they're actually like kind of stuck to the paper towel, so we're gonna have to delicately take it off of the paper towel. And then we can see this seed also sprouted and has some little roots of its own. I would say that these are either the delicata or honeynut squash seeds because they're smaller. This was a pumpkin seed. You can see it's much bigger. Let's see. Nothing happened to that one. Okay, if we look at this one, we can see it has nice green leaves, a fuzzy stem. That sprout is coming right out of that seed, still attached to it. And this sprout is coming out of this seed. We are going to delicately detach the roots from the paper towel and plant these in a little pot. Their roots have grown onto the paper towel, so it's really important to be gentle and just peel them off, but make sure they stay intact. Because when we plant them, they're gonna still need their roots to help them keep growing in the planting pot. Nice. Okay, so you can see the seed is still attached, and the roots came off nicely, and there's our beautiful sprout. So cute, I'm so proud of it. Okay, so that's one. Oops, I just took the seed off of the other one, but I think it's okay. I don't think it needs the seed anymore because it already sprouted. Ooh, this one's very delicate. I may have just hurt it. Oh no. Okay, this one was very soft and its stem was very tender, so I accidentally just broke it. So that sprout is no longer going to be able to grow because I snapped the stem, but that's okay. Mistakes happen. This was just an experiment. So we are going to just plant our one sprout, which I believe to be either a delicata squash seed or a honeynut squash seed. So what I have today is a pot that I filled with soil, and it has holes on the bottom so the water can drain through, and I'm just gonna put it inside this prettier pot. Okay, so first I'm gonna add a little bit of water to our soil to make sure it's moist and ready for a new sprout to be planted in it. Our sprout is gonna need a lot of water because it's really young and still growing a lot. So we're gonna make sure the soil is nice and wet for it to be planted in. I'm just gonna feel it to see. It's pretty dry soil, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. Okay, now that it's nice and moist in here, I am gonna dig a little tiny hole with my finger to make room to put our little sprout in. So all I'm gonna do is take our little guy and make sure all of the roots get nice and snug in the soil, and bury a little bit of the stem, and then cover it up with the soil that's around it. Oh, it's gonna love its new home in here. I'm sure it was sick of living in a plastic bag. This is much better. Now it has the soil it needs. Before it just had the sun and the water that it needs, but this is much better. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna do before I find it a sunny spot in my house is I am going to measure it, because we want to keep track of how fast it grows and how tall it is at the different stages of its life. So right now, it is 2 inches tall. So about a month ago, it was just a seed, and now it's sprouted, and now it's 2 inches tall. So we'll have to check back with our winter squash sprout and see how much it grows from now on. Say bye. Bye, friends.